still got Dr. Goodman hostage over here. He got to preach tonight, so we're going to get down to business, y'all. Look, we already found out all his business. We know all his business, but this is what we don't know. Is he single?
Not married, man. That's
He's not married, y'all.
Not married.
And to us ladies, that means he's single. But listen, before I say that, my husband already gave me a side talk. He said, when you bring Dr. Goodman in, just know this. A guy's definition of single is different than a girl's definition of single.
That's funny. Yep, and that's Mac. He always come up with something.
Okay, so your definition of single, Pastor, is?
I'm not married.
You don't have a ring on the finger. Or do you?
I don't. No ring on
you
the
see,
finger.
he's ring free, y'all. Okay, so in order to talk about this, and I want to talk about the tab too, and that is where you are now. You are the senior pastor of this mega ministry, 9,000 members, and you're doing it all as a single man.
Yeah.
Successfully. And so I believe that's hard because I really feel like I'm an important part of my husband's ministry to help him. So with you carrying on the role of the shepherd alone, I can honestly say I know there's got to be a weight. So we're going to talk about that. Pastoring single, preaching single, living single. You like 90s shows. Did you like Living Single?
I did. That was cool.
Okay. So let's talk about this. Your book. Because it has something in it that's leading me to this single status that you're in.
That MacPub has helped me, man. So shout out to MacPub. Every book that I've ever come up with, they have been the ones to do it. So thank you guys for helping me to kind of get my thoughts on paper. And you guys are the best. I appreciate that.
Pastor, you have an amazing gift for writing, but this has got to be my favorite.
Really?
I think it's
the
complicated.
One that's been
selling out, y'all.
It ain't even on Amazon yet, is it?
No. I just looked today to see if it loaded yet, and it's not up yet on Amazon. But I hope it will be up by the time I load this show.
Okay.
And I'll put it at the bottom of the screen if it is.
Okay.
But we will make sure you know how to get the book. It's complicated. This is a relationship book that is like oh so thorough from a single dude. Which is good because it's a great perspective and it's such a well-rounded perspective, even though you have not officially been married yet.
Yeah.
But you have been in relationships.
Yes. Some good ones. And I met some incredible people, man.
How would you rate yourself as a boyfriend on a scale of 1 to 10?
A 0. I'm awful. I'm awful. It's awful.
Pastor,
it's awful.
Why you give yourself a 0?
I think honestly, I will be frank and honest.
Be frank with us, Pastor. Be frank.
I think it goes back to what I feel like my life is tied to. So ministry is always my priority. Reason I say I probably rank myself that low is because I think that in order to have successful, whatever we claim to be successful relationships now, there's certain skill set you need to have. I think I lift a little bit in the book. I think a lot of times, I'll be honest, and it may be a controversial statement, but I really truly believe this, that it takes more than love. Like, so can you have the skill set to successfully navigate anything, and especially relationships? So
that's good, Pastor.
I will admit that at this point of my life, for the last close to 20 years, all I've known is ministry, and it's a priority. It's all encompassing. It takes a lot. Not only leading a major church, I have a major itinerant ministry. I'm on the road every week, 2 or 3 places, 2 or 3 times a week.
You're marrying people. You're burying people.
I'm in school.
You're
I do
school.
Education.
You got to sleep.
Yeah. So
you got to eat.
So I think that, and honestly, I think to make relationships successful, as we would probably say they are, according to our secular idea, is that it needs time. And unfortunately, at this point, life was so fast for me that it does not slow down. And it will not slow down. So the reason I say that, I think that for me personally, it would take someone who can be comfortable learning it on the fly and be okay with the velocity of my life. Plus also as a pastor, you give.
Yes.
And at some point for me, which is, I think, always kind of been a sticking point, you just don't have the emotional collateral to expend anything else. So we do 5 services on Sunday. That's 2 different locations. We're getting ready to plan our 3rd location.
Right.
So that's going to be 6 on the weekend that I preach all live myself.
Whew.
I have my 3 Bible studies during the week. I do the multiple things. So at some point, I talk for a living. So
you don't want to talk when you get home.
I don't have much to talk about.
Listen, I'm married to a preacher. I know this. You don't want to talk at home.
I don't have much to talk about. I like it's
you want to watch TV in your drawers, eat popcorn, and just chill.
Just lay down. Like honestly, you're done. And then people come up to you. There's issues I always got to deal with.
Yep.
As a pastor,
yep.
I only get problems. I don't get many good things. So I'm always
get positive
when
stories.
Stuff comes to me, I have to provide a solution.
You're right.
So I'll be honest, a lot of things, and I think it has hurt me as far as in development of relationship because I just do not have the emotional collateral.
Right.
But I think women need that. I think you need that support. But it's tough when you don't have anything to give.
Yeah.
And for me, it's almost like that's another individual that needs to be pastored.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I do think their resentment grows because it's tough when it may feel one-sided, but I give and give and give and give and give everybody. So in a relationship, a lot of times, what's given back to me. So that becomes, I think, the hard thing.
Yeah,
and,
to find.
Yeah, and I raise it in the book because I do think also fundamental differences that I think most of us do not understand between men and women. We're just different. So really what kind of birthed the book and a series, it actually was a series I did in my church.
Yeah.
Was that book Spaghetti's Women Are Like Spaghetti, Men Are Like Waffles, right?
Right.
And I really enjoyed the book and I try to put my own little extra spin on it because I do think at the end of the day, we're just different. And so a lot of times we come needing something from someone else that maybe that person is not qualified or capable to be. I mean, even with you and Mac, like Mac's not your girlfriend, so you're not gonna have that in-depth conversation.
That's right. That's right.
Mac is a go-getter. He's a hustler. He's a grinder. So
me
and we don't necessarily say. So that's part of the challenge. So a lot of that becomes the thing.
You just freed some of us when we want y'all to say and y'all ain't saying.
Why
y'all won't talk to us?
But we're problem solvers.
Yeah.
So if you bring something to us, we want to solve it.
Yeah.
When sometimes you just want to bring it because you want to talk about it.
Because we want to talk. Don't try to solve it.
I get that. And so that's knowing each other's needs. And like I said, the series I did was entitled Egos and Waffle. Egos and
noodles.
So I think that, a lot of times it's just we don't necessarily have the skill set. I think we just do not navigate and spend enough time knowing the other individual, their uniqueness, and what makes them who they are. I really wrote the book because, first of all, I'm definitely no expert in relationships, and I say that in the book.
Right. That's how you start the book. Like, look,
absolutely.
Let me tell y'all.
Yes, I've never been married. I have no kids.
Right.
And so people can take it, how they want. But I do think that just with anything, it takes a certain skill set.
Yeah.
To really do something well. So I love basketball.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the skill set to be in the NBA, right? I wasn't tall enough. I wasn't quick enough.
Okay.
So part of that is also recognizing what you do well and what you don't do well. And I think sometimes we look at that, and I do think that many times we hold up these false images as relationship goals when honestly they're not true relationship goals.
Oh,
everyone's unique. Everyone's different. Everyone brings something that's totally just themselves to it. So I laugh when I see people put up on the screen, I want to be like Barack and Michelle. Well, listen, you don't know their story. You don't know.
Right.
You see this point now, but early on, most of y'all probably would not have kept Obama because he was Barack Obama because he was a community activist. That means he had no job. You know what I'm saying? So at some point to take that in, and she literally he was the lesser. He wasn't making as much as her. And so I think sometimes we lift up these paradigms that are false, right?
Yeah.
I want that Claire and Huxtable,
no,
and
you
Cliff Huxtable.
don't.
That's a TV show.
That's right.
And relationships are not easy.
Yeah.
And
we want what we see. And I've in my talking to you, just one-on-one, just brother and sister, you have always told me that you you look at marriages and you are learning from the marriage relationships of your friends like us.
And even like raising my grandparents' home. I could not have the relationship that my grandparents had. I love them. Yeah. Absolutely. And they were uniquely gifted for each other. Right. But my granddad and my grandmother grew up in a different time. And so my grandmother loved her to death. It was hard. She came from a very hard family. Yeah. Very verbally hard family. Okay. I'll never forget this. I tell my church this story. Okay. I'll never forget it. It was the Thanksgiving some years ago. Right. And me and Granddad was in there watching Bonanza. Okay. Grandma comes in there angry, livid. For some reason, we didn't refill the ice trays. So she is just going on. Why ain't y'all fill the ice tray? I mean, going on.
That was big back in the day.
She come up. Next thing I know, she done put tape on the freezer, refill the ice tray, just all this stuff. In my mind, I'm thinking, just put some water in the ice trays. Like, why we gotta do that? To the point where she was so mad at us. She called my sister at the time. My mom lived in Chapel Hill. My sister Ashley to drive from Chapel Hill to pick her up to take her back to Chapel Hill because she wasn't gonna ride with us.
Cause she was tired of y'all.
She was tired with it. But I mean, it was just overload. So when Ashley gets there, she gets in the car, go off. So me and Granddad get in the car. We're gonna go to Chapel Hill. This is how crazy this was. So
separately.
So I closed the door. Granddad closed the door. I said, Granddad, hold on. Whoa. Before we go, I need to know. What in the world? How can you handle that? Right. So what the world? What happened? He said, Charlie, check this. Okay. Your grandma's always been like that. When she was in college, when we met, through the early part of our marriage, and I just did not want to handle it. She was always been that way. Yeah. To one point, he said, Charlie, this is what I did. I prayed to God, and I told God, I told him all that he needs to do to change Charlotte. He said, change her, make her do this, make her do this, make her do this. He said, the last thing I prayed, Charlie, to God was, if you don't change her, change me. He said, Charlie, here's the truth. Charlotte Swan is still the same. The Lord changed me. And that thing was an eye-opener because at some point what it was a necessity at some point in relationships. Yeah. At some point, the change may not always be 50-50. Yeah. Right? Yeah, that's right. It may not, and I think sometimes we have that. First of all, I will tell you, I don't believe in balance anyway. I believe in synergy because I think that every season there are going to be different things in different times. Like every season is not going to be the same. Yeah. One spouse may have to give more. One in the relationship may have to give more than the other. I get that's you have to know that. Right. Yeah, you have to. And you can't be offended by that. And you can't let external things, if you believe this is it, that sometimes you just got to make it do. Things change. Yeah. Yeah. So just because at some seasons 90-10, it's never going to be 50-50. It's not going to be that way. And because things change, and can we be willing to renegotiate? Can we discuss things, right? So in the book, I talk about why do we struggle with agreement? Why do we struggle with forgiveness, which is a big thing, which I know many people don't want to admit it, but most of us struggle with letting stuff go. And you cannot be in a committed covenant and still harbor ill will or struggle with forgiveness. Now stop right there, because see, you done hit us. You done hit the sisters right here, okay, sisters. Yeah. Because when a sister, now Checky, I don't want to make you amen and have the ladies mad at you, but just wink your eye if I'm right. When a sister get mad at you, you won't let it go. Okay, absolutely. I'm just saying. Brothers will do the same thing too. Okay, I mean that's always been a constant struggle. Yeah, just kind of let this go. Letting it go. It's tough, and you cannot be committed in a covenant if you struggle with letting it go. Because I mean, at the end of the day, that person is always going to do the thing that's going to bother you the most. Yeah. Yeah. And I always tell people in couples that I have to counsel and others that I help. I said, look, I mean, if you can't take the worst of them doing something to you, if you cannot think you can live through that, don't do it, because that worst is going to happen. The worst is coming. It's coming. Okay. So I talk about that with growth. I talk about that with communication. Why can't we talk? Yes. And I think part of it is, I think we don't know that we just talk different. We communicate different. Men live in a box. We do. And we don't understand y'all. Because y'all are women. Y'all don't. Y'all are more gifted in the area. At the end of the day, y'all are more gifted communicators. Yes. And women can juggle more than men could ever do. That's right. We get tunnel vision. That's how we are created. When God created us as hunters, if you know what that looks like, we get focused on a task and that consumes us. Whereas a woman can have a task which you can be on the phone, you can work on a job, you can get the kids together. You're naturally multitaskers where men normally are not. We can't. Right.
Just give y'all one thing at a time and let y'all focus on it. And don't overwhelm y'all.
So when you do a lot, you throw a lot at us, we just can't.
Right.
So I get, it's always interesting in my own relationships. That's funny. Is that a lot of times for me, people can't confuse the gift with the reality of who I am. Because on the pulpit, I'm gifted. Give me a microphone and I can do it. And
preach the house down.
You can be charismatic and that, but I'm naturally introverted.
Yes. And so, okay, let's talk about that too. Let's go there because then I want to talk about something in the book. Another very honest thing you have always said to me is, you really have a hard time being sure if women who approach you want you and like you for you. Because they see you on these huge platforms, but they don't actually know Chucky.
Yeah. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah. I think it's
trust that to trust yourself is deep. Samson, that story of Samson in the Bible has always been an interesting one for me.
Right.
And most people misinterpret and miss what caused safety for him. Like we always go to Delilah and talk about how she was just this whatever. But she provided something for Samson that no one else could provide for him. Because what really got Samson wasn't her legs, it was her lap. So it was not sex, it was safety. So he felt comfortable.
That was a gym, Pastor. That was a gym.
He felt comfortable in.
It wasn't sex. It was safety.
It was safety. He felt.
But we always want to give y'all sex first, and y'all will take it, but y'all will take it from us. But that ain't really what y'all want.
I mean, in this culture, in this day and age, that kind of stuff, that comes and goes. What a man really wants is safety. Safety. You just helped. Safety. 1,000 of us. Think about it. He was willing to give up the most precious thing to him.
Okay.
The anointing, the gift of who he was.
Yes.
To someone that was literally he could feel safe with. Now he couldn't trust her, and ultimately he fell victim to trusting the wrong one. He just laid in the wrong lap. But I think the problem is that that most people miss that. Can I be vulnerable? Can I have a bad day around you and you not look at me wrong, or can I mess up? And not you throw in my face, okay, Pastor so-and-so, and look at you, man of God. Oh, really? So that's what we're doing now. So that's
really you gonna go there.
That's what we're doing now. So,
right.
Now you calling into question my calling. So
my God.
Is that part
it's
that can
safety.
be very difficult? Safety.
The S word.
Absolutely.
So you really just gave some of us single ladies the secret, because. Have you heard, single women say, and even married women, we say, girl, it's a man shortage out there. But maybe it's not a man shortage. Maybe guys just don't want to deal with us.
I would say this. I will honestly, I believe this.
Okay.
We're just not socialized and we're not cultivated and grown to be in relationships. At the end of the day, once again, I go back to this premise. It's a skill set.
Yeah.
It's more than love. Love is an incredible feeling, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't keep people and situations together. See, I will tell you this. We're just not used to being together. We're not raised to be in any type of relationship. Think about it. Back in the day, it's a book that I really enjoy, love. I got to think of the name of it. But he talks about how back in the day, we had larger families and smaller homes. Okay. So children were forced to share space, forced to share everything. One bathroom, one bed. Yeah. So there was this grew up in a comfortable environment. You knew how to share. That was in essence what you do.
Well, now how to communicate.
The new age family, they're smaller, but they're larger homes. Yes. It's a badge of honor to give your children their own room. Yes. Their own bathroom.
That's right.
Matter of fact, if you do the study about the colleges and places of higher education, most students are choosing it not because of the location of the school, not because of the academic program, but how's the housing options. Most students want a single. Yeah. They don't want a roommate.
They don't want to share.
Because they never had to.
Right.
So create this culture. Now we create this culture of people who were never taught to share, who were told from the beginning, do your thing.
Wow.
Grind.
Wow.
Do your best. Men and women. Even now with women. And man, black women, y'all doing an incredible thing. I absolutely admire your tenacity, your strength, your courage. And y'all are out there breaking the bank, bringing the bag home.
Grinding,
But that was what you was taught. But think about those skills that it is to be great in this one area doesn't always compute to be great in another, because once again, relationships is about sharing. It's about sharing of time, sharing of space, sharing of those things that I just don't think a lot of times we're just not.
We don't have it.
We don't have it.
We don't have it, Pastor. We don't. Listen.
We don't.
And even as I'm trying to raise my twins, I'm learning that that's the hardest thing for them. They don't want to share. They don't want to share. And in a relationship, it's all about, I mean, I've been married 15 years. And every day I'm sharing. Yeah.
That's what it's about. I mean,
sharing with that Negro every day.
And that's what makes it.
Yeah.
And honestly, the culture shock for most is not just that you love somebody. Is can I adapt and adjust? Like, people say that, but you don't really know. Like people say, "Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready." Right. Really, that's a lot.
Are you ready?
Can you perpetually forgive?
Yeah.
Can you?
Okay.
Can you learn in moments? Because I always say this, and this is the truth, and this has truly been, I think, a deal breaker for me in a lot of different things. Because I will say, I think most people try to put their strengths up as what makes them compatible. I always say this: don't look at how your strengths work together. Right. Or your weaknesses compatible. Oh. See, all of us have weaknesses.
Oh. Things match up them weaknesses.
Because if your weaknesses don't matter, it don't matter how strong your strengths are. Yeah. Your weaknesses will ultimately be the downfall of your relationship.
You just said a whole entire series right there.
Yeah. So I really believe that. So even in thinking through it and personal evaluation and personal assessment, I know that all the great strengths and things that God has given me. Yeah. I have my own weaknesses. Yeah. Introverted, naturally, can be withdrawn.
You're shy and quiet.
I can do those things. So if your weakness does not match that, if you
it's not gonna work, Pastor. I mean, just let's say it ain't gonna work. If they can handle you being a beast in the pulpit and shy and
and we're just tired and not having control over life, I mean, I work weekends. Most people get to Friday and they're like, "Oh, it's Friday." I get to Friday like, "Man, it's Friday.
It's Friday. I'm really about to really work now."
It's shut down.
As preachers,
it's things to and so and then and so you know how it is in ministry and the kingdom. Most people don't know how to approach people, and then some people come too spooky. Too spooky. Be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
And there's just a lot of different things out there. It's so much now that it's so much at stake. Yeah, that's right. On both ends, I think men and women.
I agree, Pastor.
Especially those who are kingdom ambassadors. There's so much at stake.
Yes.
And I think people live too public. I think we've allowed social media to
you done said the word social media.
That's not a draw. That's like
right.
It seems like you're searching for something.
Yeah.
Right? So I just think it's so much out there. So it's hard.
It is.
It's difficult.
So now let me read this little part of your book here because I want to help the ladies, that have been sliding in my DM, want to know. Want to know all about Pastor Charles Goodman. Let me help you in one paragraph to know about the man of God. It says, now this is chapter 5, my favorite chapter, which is on courtship. Okay. Page 92, ladies. When you get your book, I'll make sure you know how to get it. It says, I am picky. When I go to a fast food restaurant, I ask for cheese, no mayonnaise, and 2.5 pickles. Please don't give me 4 pickles. I want 2.5. I ask for 2.5 because I don't like old stale food. I ask the people at the restaurant to make my fries crispy so I can get fresh fries. After I place my order, I go to the window, I pay for it. Most of the time, they ask me to pull to the side and wait for my special order. I go to the window, and so I'm sitting here on the side, and I'm not going front. I tend to get a little upset seeing all of the other cars that arrived after me get their food while I'm sitting there. Then I have to remember that I'm still waiting because I got a special order. The other people's burgers were already made. They were just sitting under the warmer. They probably hard and crusty by now. You can write, boy. Yeah. And their fries are cold. They get their food quickly because they were willing to settle for anything. Jesus have mercy. However, I prefer to wait on my special order. And I feel like that like summarizes you as why you're single. Because you don't want to settle for anything.
Yeah, I mean, and then,
you're waiting on a special order, do you?
Not just that, and then also timing is important.
Yeah, timing is a good thing.
I mean, people, I guess when I do these singles things, I'm very honest with people.
Yeah.
A couple of things I do, timing was just so different.
Yeah.
And at this point in my life, it's not slowing down.
No, it's not. No, it's
not. And so when you have someone who carries a mantle, who is called, who has a tremendous burden.
Yep. I
can't go back and be like I'm in high school and those things. I think timing is always crucial. And I'll be honest, I don't know if I would have been able to accomplish what I've been able to accomplish with a family. Yeah. At this point.
Yeah. Yeah. And one thing I do know about you, love children. You are like
I got 18 godkids.
I mean, you got 1 million of them, okay? Yeah. And I throws my twins in there too, because Uncle Chuck can get you some stuff, whatever you need. But I think that you being willing to wait on God's timing is huge, because you are the one that has to seek out your wife, your. And now I love how you said about it. I was getting ready to say your Ruth, but you already done chopped me up in chapter 5. You said, look, have you ever heard of people saying they waiting on their Boaz? Let me tell you, you can't wait for Boaz, because that was Ruth's man. Maybe that's the problem. You keep coveting something that was never made for you. You shouldn't want Boaz, because that's Ruth's leftovers. And so, I think that we have to be intentional about letting God send us the right person. Yeah. And that's what you're saying.
I think you do. But once again, I do.
In the right timing.
Right timing. And I think it is revealed.
Yeah.
And when it's meant, it's meant.
Yeah.
Because I believe this, a good friend of mine said this a long time ago. He says, the right thing at the wrong time is the wrong thing.
The right thing at the wrong time
is the wrong thing.
Is the wrong thing. That I just want to cash app you for that, because I feel like I owe you an offering for that for that word, Pastor.
And there have been some great ones, and a lot of it I knew at the end of the day, I could not prioritize them. Yeah. The way they needed to be prioritized. That's right.
Okay, and so Pastor, let's just be open and honest about it. What are your biggest challenges pastoring at this level as a single brother? What are some things you like?
Time, definitely. Yeah. I think also you can't trust everyone with the most precious commodity you have, which is your name.
Wow.
We live in a very interesting time where people have no regard for your name. Your name is the most important thing you can have.
That's it.
And because we live so loud now, there is true trepidation in thinking, can we not just have the usual rough patches that normally everyone goes through? Right. Without it becoming some public spectacle.
Yes.
Or you getting so mad that now it's created this thing where we fail to remember we represent something bigger than us.
That's right.
And in our humanity, we're going to have hiccups and mess ups. Yeah. But can I trust you to manage that, and vice versa? Can you trust me to manage your mistakes?
Yeah. Yeah. My husband always says that pastors, y'all, you guys, y'all don't get any grace.
The grace seems to end at the altar.
It ends at the altar.
But even in relationships, I see this now. Like, I have to get on my members and I'd be like, guys, stop telling everybody everything.
Yes.
Get a journal. Get you a
journal.
Because man, there is no
shut up.
Yeah, for some reason, and we let a momentary thing go out. We get an outburst. We mad. Yeah, you can be mad. It's whatever. Yeah, but it's how you manage your anger. Can you be mature enough in your anger that I understand that, no, I got to come back and do this. I tell some of my married couples, I tell them, I say, look, guys,
help us.
Be careful when you're going through that who you tell.
You telling everything.
Because you go tell your mom or you tell your sister and them. And now they know this they now this issue. But now y'all made up.
Okay.
But now you go to Thanksgiving dinner and everybody at the table mad because you done shared everything that was not meant to be.
And done told too much.
So I think a lot of that is the challenge.
Yeah.
And and I'm not going to ever compromise purpose. And no one will ever win out against ministry for me. I mean, even if it seems to be, don't compete with it. Yeah. You know, and it shouldn't be a competition. So, like I said in the book, I think you just got to figure out, it's self-awareness. Some people, honestly, if they just be honest about it, maybe just ain't ready for it. Because I think it was a lot of soul work, a lot of emotional work, mental work that I think all of us have to do. And just because you saved and love the Lord don't mean you're ready. You know, I hear that too. I'm saved, so what does that mean? You still need to go see a counselor or something. You still need help. There's still. We're all trying to get better. So interesting. I really think you have to do the self-evaluation. Yeah. I've had time to look, and I'm, like I said before, I'm no expert in it. Right. And I've definitely seen my flaws in it. Yeah. And you have things that you look back like, man, I wish I would have probably handled that better. I wish I would have known that then. Right. So I think oftentimes it's not just, life is learning. And, right. Yeah. So I really have learned from some failures, from mistakes, and it's making you a better man. Yeah, absolutely. Because you are the official 40 now. You grown. 40. That is crazy. 40 years old. When women turn 40, we oh yes, fabulous 40. What do guys say? Man, you know what? It's now about legacy. It's changed for me. Life is different now. It's leaving legacy now. Yes. 30 was a grind, and 40 is going to be a grind, but it's 20 was learning. Yeah. Who you are. Yeah. 30's grinding. 30 is right. The Jewish, they look at 30 as the pinnacle of your strength. So when you turn 30, that's why it was crucial. You couldn't be a rabbi till you was 30. And so the 30s for me was really this whole going and setting trajectory and doing foundational stuff that was crazy stuff for the church and doing stuff that, man, I was just so crazy. Yeah. Wow, I couldn't believe I was living a dream. Now it's 40, okay, now it's legacy. What does that look like long term? I'm looking at the end. I'm not going to pastor forever. My thing is to retire. Tab needs a young pastor. And what does that look like? The next stage for me. That's good, and Pastor. What those things are like. So that's kind of what I'm focused on. So that's what's next for you. Okay. Building legacy in this next decade of your life. And you talked about the location that's coming. Yeah, we're looking at a third location. So Tab would be another location, Tab North. And then we really want to capitalize on our online, sort of Tab Global. Wow. I'm considering another degree in leadership, which is really my passion and my heart. And helping churches and pastors, man, it's really incredible how I become a resource and really a template for people, and really honestly pour even more of myself into what I do, and and see how much further to take it. I really feel like the best days, best moments, best sermons are still ahead, because I think just experience is just you get to live life some more. Yes. So, which makes for better sermons. Absolutely. Life makes for great sermons, and excited to see what doors God wants to open. God has been opening crazy doors. Incredibly gracious to me. Yes. More than I deserve. So, and see what that looks like, and just experience that. And my life is not slowing down at all. You hear me? Yeah. Tab need a subway, okay? Because when we take you from one location to the next, we need to just take you underground and just let you go on the subway. It's funny. People think we got a jet. We ain't got no jet. Y'all don't have a jet. We get in them SUVs and we rolling. I got a great team. So shout out to Tab, the leadership. Shout out to the team, Miss Charlene and the whole crew. They take incredible. I'm spoiled. They spoil you. Yeah. Okay, you too spoiled. Really? But I ain't gonna lie. I like coming because they spoiled me too. Yeah. They spoiled me and Pastor when we come. And so if we want to find out more about Pastor, we can look at his website. Yeah, website tbcaugusta.org. But then social media. Please follow him on social media. DRCEGJR. That's Instagram. I have my own page for Facebook.
We'll put it all up there, Pastor.
And what else? I don't do Snapchat. I don't.
No, you don't. But you do Instagram well.
I do Instagram.
I got to.
My marketing team really you need to do it.
Yeah.
So we post ministry stuff and
things that you do in between.
Yeah. We do some things because we really try to be in a community.
It's beautiful.
I mean,
it's beautiful.
That's part of what we try to work. And I've been graced to be Augusta's pastor.
You have.
And our church has been graced to be Augusta's church, and we kind of take that seriously. So I love the place. I absolutely love Augusta.
Yeah,
I'm always from the 336. I love G-Borough. That's always home whenever I get a chance to come back. It's always a blessing, but Augusta's home.
Augusta is your new home.
It's home.
And we will share you with Augusta because we know your purpose is there. But Greensboro and the Triad still loves you.
It's great coming home. 336. I ride or die Tar Heel.
That's home.
Yeah, it's home. Panther Pride till I die, right?
Panther Pride till you die.
The funny thing, and I know you got another question, but Dudley's probably the most impactful institution I've ever attended for me in my life.
That says a lot, Pastor.
It means that much to me.
Because you've been to so many.
Yeah, but Dudley was the formative years.
Wow.
Absolutely. It instilled something that the other schools didn't instill.
Wow.
Self-pride.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
There was something about that they taught us in that environment.
Yes, they did.
When there was a love for us and what we can accomplish. These dreams were birthed there. So no matter where I go, I always rock Panther Pride. Always. And
it seems like we've been able to stay connected.
Yeah.
All of the alumni. People
don't know. I mean, if you didn't go, I mean, don't knock on the other schools, but it's a family from Dudley.
It's definitely a family.
If you have any, I had people walk up to me. I've been places throughout the country preaching. Some say, "Oh, I saw you went from Greensboro. I was Dudley. I was a 57 grad. I was a 69 grad, or I was an 89 grad."
Yeah.
Like it's love.
Panther Pride.
It's a family. It's an amazing thing.
Oh my
gosh. Be a part of it.
And we are thankful that we can say that Dr. Goodman came from good stock.
That's right.
Panther Pride.
Panther Pride, all day long.
So this is what I always do to my guests to just stretch you a little bit.
Cool.
Okay, so don't think, just relax and just be honest and just flow. Okay. Because this is the lightning round. Hey. Okay, Pastor.
All right.
You ready?
Let's do it.
What's your favorite restaurant and what do you get when you go?
Bonefish.
Ooh.
And it's crazy. My staff knows and they'll just start laughing.
Okay.
I like the bang bang shrimp.
Everybody like the bang bang shrimp.
I get the fish and I like the vegetables. They have broccoli and stuff. And honestly, bonefish has become my favorite because on Sunday afternoon after church, it's the spot that is least crowded.
True.
I just sit there and watch football, and I don't have to be. So I absolutely love bonefish. It's crazy. My staff laughs at me. I love bonefish.
They probably like, you don't want to go to Ruth Chris, nowhere like that. You going to bonefish and chilling. Bonefish, and everybody, he's a vegetarian, okay?
Yeah, and I do fish, so pescatarian, but bonefish.
He do a little fish, but he ain't going with the bacon and.
So I didn't have a Popeye's chicken sandwich. I didn't have one.
You did not. You did not go to Popeyes. You was not in line.
They sold out the nation.
Is that crazy?
Black people got power, man. We don't even realize it.
Don't we?
That's crazy.
Don't we? Okay. Next question. What is your dream car? You may already have it.
You know what's interesting? It's funny.
Okay.
So currently I have a Porsche.
Yep.
And my dream car is a 1995 Acura Legend. 2-door. That's my favorite car of all time.
Somebody, will you hear this man? The man won an Acura Legend.
That's it.
That was made in the 90s.
That's it.
That's your dream car. What color?
Man, it don't even matter. Black. I love black cars. So
black car.
But a friend of mine in high school, he had a candy apple red one, and I've always loved. For some reason, the Acura Legend is just. It was a dream car for me as a kid growing up. That was the car, so I've always.
Come on, ladies! Whenever you back in the day when you saw a brother getting out the Acura Legend, you was like, "Okay, he got it going on."
I'm saying.
Okay.
So anyone who got out there, 95 Acura Legend, let me know,
please, because the man want one bad. Okay. Who is your celebrity crush?
Nia Long.
Nia Long.
Man, I've been loving her since Love Jones, Fresh Prince. Nia Long is.
That's your boo in your head.
We've been together for years.
I'm
always just loved her. I just always loved Nia Long. She just always kind of had that around the way
girl.
I mean, think about Boys in the Hood. I mean, she just is always So that's always been my celebrity crush.
And she's cute and she's short, cute petite girl.
Yeah, she's just tight.
Okay, we with it.
Holla back at your boy. Holla back.
Nia, please give him a chance. Okay, give him a chance, Nia.
That'll be funny.
What's at the top of your bucket list?
To go to every major sport event. Oh. So Olympics, I want to do all the golf majors.
Yeah.
I've done the NBA championship. I've done Final Four. Yeah. I want to just go to just these places.
You just want to go.
Yeah. And also to touch every continent in the world. So it's unfortunate I've started this late, but I want to go. I want to just go places. I've never been a big traveler. I was always working so hard.
That's right.
But, preaching 5 times. So last year I preached at TAB 210 times. And I challenged my leadership and staff challenged me and said, Pastor, you got to take some time. And so even though I'm not good at it, I appreciate them allowing me moments to just explore. And so I want to go places. I want to touch every continent.
Yeah, every continent.
Every continent. I want to go.
Somebody get his passport all ready for him because he about to hit the road. Yeah. Okay. If you could meet anybody in the world, who would it be?
Living or dead?
Oh, I'm gonna say living. Give me living and dead.
Oh boy. Well, dead would be easy. I see my grandfather again. And besides Jesus, but my granddad, I would absolutely love to see him.
Yes.
Living is interesting. I don't have many bucket list things because I meet a lot of people. You run in different circles. You just kind of get it. But
one person, you just let me. I just want to talk to them for about 5 minutes and get some wisdom.
And I should have when B played for Cleveland, but I never got a chance to go out there. LeBron James.
Oh,
just from I admire his philanthropic way. I mean, he's an amazing basketball player.
Right.
Whether you like him on the court, that's on you. But I appreciate his mindset in building a community. He upped the ante, man. He built a school. Like, it made me reevaluate legacy. Like, I want to, like he built a school. So, I would love just to see him. He's changing the game. As a young African-American man, he's opened up doors for other young African-American males.
You're right.
He stood above reproach. I mean, he hasn't had no scandal, man. He seemed like a great father.
Great husband.
He's just like somebody was just like, man, I just, not to be no groupie, but like, hey, man, I appreciate you.
Yes.
And I want you to know,
I love that answer.
I agree with you. I really love what you mean to my community and my culture. And so he'll be one who, and I should have, it was B's last year playing was with Cleveland. Yeah. I just, I was just all gung-ho. And I'm, like I said, this ministry has made me sacrifice so much. And I wouldn't change anything. I really wouldn't. I change what I lost because I think I've gained so much more in accomplishing what I feel is God's purpose for my life. So it'll be LeBron James. That'll be it. Yeah.
That's good. LeBron, we coming. We got to get past over there. Okay.
Or Barack Obama too. I mean, so many.
Barack Obama, that's another good one.
Or his wife. I just love to sit them and But I can go all days for that. I could go all day with that one. Yeah.
That's a good question. I love that. That's my favorite question. Okay. Do you snore?
Proud, absolutely. I woke myself up a couple times, absolutely.
Okay.
I thought I needed to take the test. I had to have sinus surgery. I had bad allergies since a kid.
So we'll call you to snore.
I had the sinus. They had to do sinus. I want to say balloonopathy or something that it's called. So I had to have that surgery. So
wow.
And Augusta has the highest concentration of pollen in the nation, so it's crazy.
That's why it's called the know all these facts.
Well, as a preacher, you just know mundane information. You just know crazy information. I do. I wake. I know I do that.
You will wake. So whoever does jump the broom with you, get ready to stay up all night.
Push me on my side.
Okay, Walmart or Target?
Target all day.
You bougie.
Absolutely.
You bougie. You don't want to go to Walmart with the baby mamas.
No, I want to go to Target. But Walmart, you got to run in something quick. But Target.
Bougie. Okay, and you kind of answered this, but we'll just ask it anyway. If you could go back and change anything that you've done in your life and do something different?
Really nothing. You know, even though I think there were some things I learned from, and there were things that, in hindsight, I wish would have worked out. I think, man, we're the sum total of our experiences. And to change anything, you know, it's that butterfly effect. Like, where would you be if that happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I want to just believe that everything happened for a reason. That's not just highs, but also lows.
That's preachable.
You know, Romans 8:28 is, you know, for we know that all things. So that all things don't mean all good things. It's just simply mean all things. So, even in hindsight, I made what I felt in each time the best decision. I don't think that I did anything that, you know, I look back and like, But there's some moments I'm like, I wish this would have worked, and it's people but you know, it all works out
for your good.
For your good. I think I'm where I'm supposed to be.
You are where you are supposed to be,
and I'm comfortable in that assurance. Yeah, I'm comfortable in that assurance.
Pastor, that's a good place to end it.
Yeah.
You are where you're supposed to be. I believe that we have been blessed by our time with you.
Thank you so much. This is amazing. Lifeline. Thank y'all so much. To my sister, love you, Leah. Still saved. Love you.
I'm still saved.
To my brother Matt.
But I am wearing pants now, y'all.
Listen, I know.
Hey.
Listen.
And thanks to your new brother that you know. Now they talk more than they don't even include me anymore. You know,
it's a birthday.
They're talking all the time.
And the boys, man, they turning 4.
And your nephews, they're gonna be 4 next week. So
thank you for letting me come in today.
Thank you. Thank you. Will you come back?
I will be back.
I will kidnap you.
Pick up the book, man. It's complicated. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I would absolutely love your insight and your input.
Please, y'all. Get this book.
Pray for us, man. Pray for our church. And we good.
Pray for Pastor.
We out. Panther Pride till we die.
Panther Pride till we die. Bye, y'all.
Peace.